What's happening, Black Healing Matters family? Danielle here with yet another episode of the Black Healing Matters podcast, where we offer you ideas to hopefully move you one step closer to your healing. Happy Friday to you. You made it through yet another week, and we are already halfway through the year. And can you believe it? I mean, it's already like mid-June. Whew. Time flies when you're having fun. But, this time of year, it's about halfway through the year, and this is a good time to check in with your goals. So many of us have goals of starting companies or maybe, starting new businesses. But oftentimes, especially in our community, money, funding seems to be the problem, right? That's always seems to be one of the issues, right? There's just seemingly never enough. However, we know that there is money out there. There are investors out there who are always looking for great ideas to invest in. And of course, great people to do business with, just like you. So believe it or not, there are opportunities out there for you to get funding. Now, one of the ways that has been, touted as a great way of getting funding is putting together a business plan. Now, we've all heard that, you need a 30-page, 50-page business plan with details and charts and graphs. But the reality of the matter is that in today's fast-paced microwave society, even the business plan has become outdated and pretty much a dinosaur in the age of technology and fast-paced business. So one of the ways that we found that I've heard recently has come to my attention as a great way to get funding is not by writing a long business plan with lots of graphs and charts and all that stuff, but by a very simple, clear, short presentation called a pitch deck. Now, have you ever heard of a pitch deck before? Chances are, if you Google it, you'll be like, you're mind blown, especially if you're looking for funding for an idea, a business idea that you may have. A pitch deck is usually 10 slides, 10 to 20, no more. And again, we're talking about PowerPoint slides. And in those 10 slides, you're basically trying to show your idea, you're introducing your idea, its viability, what you have done to prove that viability, and of course, how much money an investor can expect to get back. A pitch deck can also be used to get not just funding from investors, but also to get people, to get a team. Because obviously each member of your your startup team needs to have some investment in your project, meaning you don't have money to give them, so you're going to have to sell them on the dream. You're going to have to sell them on the prospects of what is to come with this idea. And having said that, a pitch deck is a great way to get people on your team. So if you have an idea, something that you want to start, something you believe could be big, I would strongly recommend, look into creating a pitch deck for that idea. And when I say create a pitch deck, I mean, again, short, to the point, 10 slides, no more than a 20-minute presentation that will allow your audience, whomever they are, investors or collaborators, to be captivated and want to work with you. Does that make sense? Please, Black Healing Matters family, let me know. Have you ever heard of a pitch deck before? Unfortunately, I just heard about this myself. And, it seems like kind of one of those things that, inside certain circles, it's common. But if you're not in those circles, particularly in the startup or tech space, you may have never heard of this before. However, There are investors out there, Black Healing Matters family, that are actively looking, whether they be investors or incubators or startup programs that help specifically even people of color, even women of color, to start amazing things, to make dreams come to reality. So if you're sitting on something great, don't just hold on to it, please. And you know how it goes. When you have a great idea, it's just a matter of time before you see somebody else did it. So it's your turn, Black Healing Matters family. Get up and do it. Bring your dreams to reality and go out there and make yourself a pitch deck and start pitching. I'm going to include in the show notes to the show some resources as to that you can use to create your pitch deck and start, putting it all together. And again, if you've heard of this before, please let me know. If you haven't heard of this before, please also let me know. If you want more information, again, call in, comment, send me an email, blackhealingmatters@gmail.com, SoundCloud, YouTube. Our YouTube channel is getting quite a few comments these days. Please, again, would love to hear from you. And on that note, Black Healing Matters family, I love you. Stay blessed. And as always, Black Healing Matters.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.